Hey everyone, welcome to Arting with Mrs. Gill, and I'm Mrs. Gill. Thank you for joining me today. And I hope you're all having a good day. I'm having a good day, and gotten quite a bit done. I don't know about you, but it always feels good when I do that. So today I'm going to be coloring over these squares. I had at first used watercolors. Well, first I made the squares, and then I used watercolors, and then I made a square in each. And today I'm going to fill those in with Posca acrylic marker paint, and then we'll take it from there. Then I'm going to do this side with blue. I'm trying to match these shades over here. I hope everyone's doing good today. Like I said, I am. If you like what you see, subscribe and give me a like. Every little bit helps. So with these Posca markers, everyone knows who follows me that I love these markers. This is a lavender. So I'm just going to do this, and what you do is you shake them up. This is a 5 millimeter, which I call the mediums, and you shake it up just like that. Always keep the lid on it when you're shaking it up, because that keeps that ink from spilling all over. Okay, and this is permanent marker, so just want to be aware of that. I get all my stuff, as you can see from the link down below where I get them, and I've been collecting these pens for quite a while. But you don't have to use Posca pens. You can use pencils, pens, gel pens. I've got a bunch of those I need to use. I love using gel pens. Glitter pens. Wow, good idea. I would need to get my glitter pens out. I have a beautiful set of glitter pens that I got, and I need to bring those out, and some other kind of mediums rather than just these pens. But I tell you, I've just fallen in love with them, and they do such a great job, and typically with just one coat, one layer. Now, these things like here, those little specks, that's from the paper. That's not from the pens. This paper is kind of shedding, or I don't know. I'm sure there's an official word for it. If you know it, put it in the comments so I can get educated. I learn something new every day, let me tell you. Okay, I'm going to put this aside, and then now I'm going to use the violet, which is a darker, obviously, purple. I love this shade that Posca has. It is very, very nice purple. And so, there. Primarily, or all, this channel is about relaxing. I'm here to relax. There's quite a bit of things going on in the world that are kind of scary. So I like to just sit and do art. And then I think about nothing else. Sometimes I put my earbuds in and then listen to music. Sometimes that's nice, just sit by myself and enjoy the solitude and the quiet. How about you? You like quiet places? I do every now and then. I'm not much of a crowd kind of gal. But if you are, that's good. That's great. I've always envied people that were so extroverted. I can be, I guess, but mostly I'm not. So anywho, right now I am coloring with this color with a 5M Posca marker. You don't, like I say, you don't have to have Posca markers. You can do colors, you can do anything. that you want to do. With notebook paper, with paper bags. Since we're getting more, in my community, more environmentally friendly, the city voted that we would do away with plastic bags. So that's what you do. So when you go to the store now, in case you forget your bags, which I forget them all the time, but I have them all in my car now, thank goodness, then you get paper bags, like in the old days. And paper bags are great for crafts. And I hope to be doing some crafts with paper bags because I have a bunch of them. Newspaper is great too. All kind of things you can do crafts on. It doesn't have to be a fancy sketchbook or anything like that. Okay, so far you see me filling up these squares. Whoa, excuse me, that went too far. Okay, so now I've done this part. Let's go to the blue, and I'm going to use this is what I call a chub, but it's a light blue, and I love the color. So you shake up these markers. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous. I love this blue. Oops, got over the lines, but you know what? I don't worry about it because I'm going to go back and outline these boxes with a thicker black marker. Okay, so I don't worry about going outside the lines. But I thought it was kind of neat to put a little bit of watercolor color on these squares and just kind of fill up the squares, color them, and then outline them. See, I've gone over, but I don't care because I will fix that later. Okay, there we go. That one, and let's do one more right over here. So I'm filling up these squares with my thicker Posca marker. Okay, there's that. Okay, so now I want to go with a different color blue. This is Sky Blue by Posca, and this is a 5M, what I call medium size markers. Do that, just, oh yes, beautiful. I like it that these squares are coming to life. Sometimes when I'm coloring, I think, well, I'm bringing this object to life. Because sometimes coloring big places, big areas drives me nuts. I can't do it. I like the coloring small areas and then doing some doodling. Big areas, and that's why I have the chubs, are just not something I like. But of course I do it if I have to. Why don't you send me a comment on what you like, or maybe you would like me to add some music. You know, most of the time I talk, but maybe music might be a good idea. Let me know. I'm a new channel, and I'm trying to progress because I'm not perfect. Okay. Oh, we're moving right along. Okay, so now let's go with, this is the 5M, and this is called Blue from Posca. And we'll do our next blue. Yeah, notice I shake them always with the lid on. And then you press down and the ink, ooh, look at that beautiful color. The ink will, the paint, when I say ink, the paint will come down and fill up your area. You must, or you should remember to let the paint dry. Oftentimes I get going, get a spark, and I don't want to wait for the paint to dry. And then I make a mistake, and of course I can go back and fix it, but still, it's best to let these things dry. Okay, and I got these little things on here from the paper. But I kind of like the paper being wrinkly like that, you know, do you? It's kind of fun here. Kind of fun, you know. Okay, let me get going here on another square. I do enjoy, when I make art, create art, I enjoy coloring it in myself. So it's like I'm arting with myself, and I really do like it. I like to colorize, I guess you could say, the things that I do with when I draw or put down on paper. Okay, moving right along. This is almost like tic-tac-toe, isn't it? Huh? Okay, let's see. Let's put this up here because I am doing this because I don't want to mess up that paint that I just laid down there, that square. But I just love these blue colors. Don't you all? And these, aren't these just kind of warm and nice? Okay, one more square here. Make sure that's, everybody can see that, yes. Okay. Again, pressing down as you go. Look at that. That paint comes out just like that and flows beautifully. And actually, it makes your coverage a lot easier to do when that paint is so liquid-like on your brush. But you got to be careful, though, because sometimes that can go over onto white. And that's one thing that's hard to fix. Okay, so look what we've done. Look at this, and it's going to dry here. So while that's happening, I am going to get one of my medium black pens. Here we go. This is a Posca 5M. I call them the mediums. I'm sure there's a professional name that I'm not aware of. Okay, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to outline these, and it'll be so neat because you'll see how they pop. And I'm thinking with that watercolor background, it might make it a little nicer too. I wanted something to do, oh yeah, like a frame. I'm making like a picture frame. See that? Look at that. I didn't change the watercolors. I left them just how I did them. And then, of course, they had to dry. But I kind of like the idea of the watercolor behind. I might experiment more with mixing colors. Again, I am not a professional artist, but I do like to practice it, and I've been practicing for many years. And I love it because it's relaxing and it's helped me through many things as we all go through things in life. Doing art has really helped me to focus my brain on other things that are calming and relaxing. Okay, so now we're going to shake that up, and those little balls in there are going around. Doesn't that look nice? Oh, look at that. Isn't that neat? I think so. So here we go. It's fun making squares too, and filling them in. Ah, picture perfect, picture perfect. Okay, here we go. But I want to, and as part of my hope that I can experiment with different mediums while doing this channel. I want to. I want to make my art progress and get better, and show and talk about it, and share my stories, and hopefully you'll share yours someday with me. Stories kind of make the world go round, and I want positive, happy stories of art, and I have many of those. When I was growing up, I used to love to get those crayons, and the bigger the number of them, the better, and also the ones that had the built-in pencil sharpener. That was the deal. Also, if they had silver or gold, because some of them didn't have silver or gold. But I just love the smell of those crayons. To this day, I still do, and I still like other smells of things. Okay, so look what we've done. We have done this side, outlined it. Doesn't that look neat? Now we're going to come over and do this. Outline the blue. And with this marker, it's easy to do. And I don't have to have water or paints or canvas or any of that. I can just throw these in my purse with a small piece of paper or sketchbook. It doesn't have to be a sketchbook. And then if I'm going somewhere, I can have my stuff and be able to do some art to relax. Sometimes, you know, taking the art with us helps us relax too. I have done that on several occasions when I felt a little anxious. I would bring my art and just sit and doodle or draw or whatever, and still socialized and talked, but it was more relaxing for me. But I really enjoy it. I like the sound these markers make too on this paper, and that it's kind of crinkly, you know, crinkly. Okay, so let's go over here. Okay, we've almost finished up, folks. I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am. And I hope that your day is going well. Mine has gone well, other than I had to clean out a refrigerator. I don't know if you've ever had to clean out a refrigerator. It's not easy. So I did that, and I took a break, and now I'm back here. Okay, as you can see, we have this going for us right now. So now I have to think, what do I want to put in these boxes? Do I want to make lines? Do I want to make circles? What do I want to do? So what I'm going to do for now, though, is I'm going to take one of my fine point acrylics and shake it up, and then make some little flowers or designs in these boxes with alternating fine markers. Okay? Ooh, look at that. Wow. I like these markers. And again, you know, if I go out of the line on these, that's okay. I'll go back with this black marker or black pen or whatever and outline it. The beauty of these pens is acrylic pens, is you can layer, layer, layer. So that means I can put as many colors as I want down. Once they dry, though, you know, they have to dry. Oh, okay, look, didn't that look good? I think so. Let's go over here and do it. Is that dry? Yep, over here. And like I said, I'm not a professional artist, but I've been practicing. I've been practicing my lines and my circles. And I've gotten better. It's progress, I tell you. Progress. Okay, I've done these two. So now I want to do something else to match that. And you know, one thing I love are hearts. I've always loved hearts. So right now I am going to make one in one of these. Shake it up. And so I want the heart to fill up the area. Oh. Isn't that sweet? That's nice, but actually I want it to fill up the area, so I'm going to go like this. And then I'm going to take, because this is too fine of a line, I'm going to take one of my mediums. And this is their classic red. And make the heart with it. Yeah. And that way, you never saw that mistake, did you? Because I covered it. Now that's from the paper. Darn it. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Well, I'll have to go over that. But anyway, you got to be careful when you rub these little nib particles off, or paper. They're particle paper. The paper, that the ink's wet sometimes, and it can mess up your place. Okay, there's one coat, one layer. That's what they say in art. Trying to get the lingo right. Oh, isn't that sweet? Okay, so I did that. So I want to come over here and do one. And I'm going to, since I learned now, I'm going to do the whole thing. Ah, nice. And now, if you can see, I better shake this up. I am going to color it red. Come on now. There we go. You can tell when the paint is coming out well and when it isn't. So then you just press the nib down onto the paper, but do it gently, because sometimes the paint just really wants to come out, and it will come out a little too quickly. But then if you find you have a blob like that, you just take a cloth, that's what I do, and dab it like, how can I show you? Like, dab it like that, and that will take the paint up. Okay, you guys, so we did that. Now, we need another design. So I need another finer pen. So let's go with a hot pink, because I like that color. And this is, you can see this is a very small, extra fine. And we shake it up. And let's do, if we can get that ink down, see, and we're going pressing. With these fine markers, you have to be a little careful, because sometimes the ink, rather than, or paint, rather than coming out softly, it comes out quick and into a bubble. You know, that doesn't show very good, does it? Can you see that? I'm going to go over here instead. Ah, here we go. That's what I want. Pressing down to get that ink out. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. See how much more vivid that is? And you know what I say? I say when all else fails, draw circles. You can make flowers out of circles. You can make designs, different colors, specks. When all else fails, make a circle. And things will be just fine. Isn't that cute? Just making all kind of different shapes of circles. And that color is just popping. I think that's neat. Okay, let's come over to here, and we're going to do the same thing because we're trying to make things, oh, look at that, alike from both sides. Different shapes of circles and sizes all around. Big ones, little ones. These fine pens are just really nice and handy, and sometimes their colors are more vivid than the thicker nibbed pens. Then you make dots easily. And I can always go back and put another layer on when this dries to make these colors pop even more, and they will. Okay, how's everybody doing? This is kind of a longer session, isn't it? Am I still aimed right? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. We got a orange. So shake her up. And since I've never done these colors with this, I'm kind of experimenting too to see if they are going to be vivid enough. And I don't know that this one is, but let's see. Pressing down, get that, oh yeah, here we go. Now it's coming out. Sometimes you just have to press, shake, to make sure you get all that little bit of paint out. You don't want to waste it. It's kind of neat, these little circle things. Huh? Oh, there we go. There it is. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm probably going to have to go back because some of those places are wet. But look at that. Boy, it looks kind of like a galaxy coming around here, huh? Come on. Oh, boy, look at that. I need that color around. That bright. Okay, here we go. Yep, I'm going to have to come back when these dry and make sure that all the paint is available. Okay, so there's that. Let's go over here, yeah, and we'll do the same thing. Oh boy, ooh, look at that on that blue. Isn't that gorgeous? I think so. I try and keep these lids on. Gorgeous. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time to get the paint to flow. But boy, when it does, it is so worth it on these little pens. And the Posca pens as well. Dots, 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 dots. Oh, come on. So relaxing doing this. I hope you're relaxed too. That's important because, you know, things are kind of expensive lately, if you hadn't noticed. So doing art with your family or yourself is an inexpensive hobby to have, to connect with your family, to relax, to hang out. You know, one thing I love doing is I love doing art with my daughter. This is going to have to dry. I'll have to come back. And I love it. She's actually been trained in art. I have not. So I get to get some tips from her, and we just sit and visit. It's great. Let's see if this, oh, yeah, look at that yellow. Yeah, so I enjoy it. And it's relaxing, and you can either talk or not. Sometimes she crochets. I'm gonna have to get this ink to come out better. And we talk or not. Come on now. Trying to get this yellow to come out without it leaving a big splat. Like I said, you gotta, oh, here it comes. I guess polka dots the trick, huh? Yellow polka dots. Look at that. That turned out real nicely, don't you think? Look at that. Now the ink came down, and that's the thing, being patient enough, as in life, waiting for the paint to drop down. So, oh yeah, here we go. It's ready. Look at that. So vivid. And I just trying to get a little more ink without making a pile. It's kind of tricky. I'll have to come back, I think, and relayer these. Yeah, I will. But that's pretty neat, don't you think, those little dots? I like it. Okay, so now let's come up with something different. What will we put in these squares? How about a different color circle? Let's try that. That's a pale pink. That might work. Or a pink, they call it pink. No, light pink, yep. Let's make a big circle. And I'll come back, obviously, to put another layer on that, but that's a big circle. Okay, let's do that. And then over here, whoa, that kind of turned blue, didn't it? Oops. I have to change this nib around. That's a great thing about these pens. You can change the nib around. Ah, there we go. I wasn't getting the color I wanted because that nib had, other colors had gone on it. And so, oh yeah, here we go. This is another layer that I'm putting on. So that's pretty fun, isn't it? I'll have to go back and add more layers, but I can do that at a later time. Okay, let's see, what else? What other shape can we put in? We've got zeros. How about we make, I didn't let that dry, did I? Okay. We're gonna make like a flower. Okay, cute. Now let's do that over here. Great. Once those dry, I'm going to come back, and I might come back at another time with you to show you what I'm going to do next. I might do that because this has been fun for me. I hope it's been fun for you. Thank you for viewing my channel, Arting with Mrs. Gill. I really appreciate you. You have a great day, and so will I. Bye-bye.